Hi guys. Not all mysteries can be explained by the logic of man. Some mysteries beyond man have no logic, have no fate. Let's learn about who we're romancing, right? The Haunted Protector. In the face of such, yeah, but I was too slow. Dirk, the selfless martyr. Itza, the burdened seraph. Finir. For when time has stopped, but its flow has no end. Cain, the enchanting prodigy. Kuna. I didn't read what his little caption thing said. I'm vibing with this music. Alaris. Hi guys. We are romancing today. I know. Everyone cheered. Everyone's so excited. But yes, we are doing some Kiss Kiss Fall in Loves, and I'm very excited. Once again, big shout out to CrescenceStudio for providing me with a Steam key for the Celebration Week launch of their new game, Alaris. And they are the reason we are streaming this today. So let's just get in, shall we? Disclaimer, content warning. We all carry scars with us, wounds that have healed with time, but that may still be sensitive. This is a story that may touch on some of those wounds, a tale that covers attempted kidnapping and stalking, a tale that contains mild language, mild violence, and mild sexual content. That is not our intent to inflict harm through this story. We caution you to know your boundaries and the wounds you may carry. Interesting. If I sound a little tired as well, it's because I absolutely was taking a little midday nap, and I just woke up 10 minutes ago. So that would be why I might be a little eepy, but that's okay. We are vibing and we are enjoying our time together. The world you've come to is different now. In an era long past, dragons roamed these lands, masters of the ether, harbingers of justice, keepers of peace. In an era long past, humans roamed these lands, but these beings were different from the ones of today. These beings were selfish, ignorant, destructive. Thrust into a land beyond their control, humans created a magic of their own, one built from their own cunning. They called it technology. Technology was powerful, so powerful it rivaled even the mightiest of their dragon protectors. But their magic had a price. Unable to harness the power of the ether, human magic stole from that of nature. Just stop, monster! How could you do this? What have we done? Chaos descended. Darkness spread through the land, poisoning the hearts of many, until hope became a luxury few could afford. On a still, moonlit night, a ritual was conducted. One with the power to reverse the destruction that ravaged the land. Oh, those lands. My phone for tracking is, right, in the way a little bit. But came at a terrible cost. And so marked the end of an era, and with it, the end of a powerful species. That's right. In an era long past, dragons dragon roamed these lands, but these beings are no more. And in exchange for their noble sacrifice, all others were slowly able to recover. And recover they did. What's this? Hey, look! Magic! Could it be? In an era long past, humans roamed these lands. These beings were selfish, ignorant, destructive. But these beings were different from the ones of today. For you see, the dragons of lore left behind more than peace. They left behind their magic that humans could now access. With these newfound powers at their fingertips, humans carried on the legacy of peace left behind by the dragons. Thus began the dawn of a new age. At least, this is how the story of the world is told. This is very pretty. And you, stumbling before me, still so full of potential, how do you play into all of this? I see you do not even have a name yet. Oh, you do have a name. Very well. What is it? Kells. Kells. How strange. Then I shall know you as Kells. And how does one refer to you in this world? Please choose all the pronouns you'd like. Bet. Oh. Is all. Of course. And how often would you like your pronouns to change? Every line. We'll do every new scene. Excellent. I am all the more wiser now. And how would you like others to view you? Neutral called a person, child a partner. Feminine called a woman, daughter, girlfriend. Masculine called a man, son, or boyfriend. Okay, so this isn't a ultimate. This is more of a... Oh, I can't think of the name of it. It's like a something. But basically means that, like, it's a game for everyone, truly, and not just for, like, a female audience. Ooh, that second pronoun question was nice, right? I wasn't expecting that. Like, when it said select all the pronouns, and I clicked and it immediately, went away, I was like, ah, dang, oh well. But, yeah, nice little surprise. We'll do feminine just because I like the girlfriend option there. I see. So, it would be right to say, Kells prefer feminine terms and goes by she, her, and they, them. They like their pronouns to change every scene. Is this right? This can't be changed later. Yes. This is already, like, something newer that I've seen. I've actually been replaying Royal Alchemist right now on my own. Because I'm achievement hunting in it. And in that one, it gives you the options to choose, wait, can or can't be changed. I think it said it can't be changed. Hang on, let me look at the log. Yeah, this can't be changed later. But it's definitely something newer that said, did I say can? Whoops. My voice just feels like it sounds so gravelly. Hang on. Wet the voice with some root beer. Very well. Did you know humans believe the personality to be a mighty force, shaping much of their experience, their interactions, their relationships. Will you choose to be brave, kind, wise? I only just realized with kind that there's things popping up above my head. Charismatic. I like that one. Or perhaps a blend. At times, when it is unclear, there may be resources to aid you. You see, I have a gift. A codex, if you will. This codex may guide you during moments of confusion. Simply hover over the terms of this age and you will deduce their meanings. You would like a demonstration? Very well, let us practice. A term often used in this age is energy. So direct it. Haha! Energy. Magic that flows through all of nature. It is the air we breathe, the water we drink, and all living things that walk this land. This is a gift given to us by the dragon sacrifice from an era long ago. Okay. I hope this tool is of use to you. Keep it as a gift from me to you. Oh, you doubt my goodwill. How amusing. You're wise for your age. So be it. You've seen through me. In exchange for this present, entertain me a while longer. Dawn approaches, and I find myself having many questions about you. Let's start with something simple. Who do you aspire to be? A protector, a healer, or a scholar? Dun dun dun! So I assume these options are going to give us... I don't know if this is a stat-raising game or not. If it's stat-raising, then it probably will give us some stats that would eventually help propel us towards whatever route we're gonna do. I literally don't know, like, much about this. I saw the game on Twitter and was so interested by it that I reached out to the creators for their full release. So we're really, like, we're both going in blind, and I absolutely assume I'm gonna be getting some bad endings. But we'll say we want to be a scholar. Ah yes, the abyss of the unknown is endless. Isn't it exciting to uncover life's hidden mysteries? Interesting. I feel as if I know you better already. Another question then. What terrifies you? Rejection, loss, helplessness. I'm very rejection sensitive, so I don't know, see, being rejected sucks, but being in a situation where you are fully helpless though, and there's legit nothing you can do to change it, also freaking sucks. Loss is whatever. Loss is a part of life. You always will lose as long as you exist, so I'm gonna go with rejection. The fear of becoming unaccepted is a common one. What can one do when no one will accept their true form? But perhaps we should talk more of hopeful things. Tell me, what do you long for? Legacy, belonging, freedom. Freedom. Chess piece. So often people feel trapped by the norms and natural laws around them. To live freely, however, you desire must be liberate. What? To live freely, however you desire, must be liberating. There we go, I was reading that wrong. Your wish is inspiring. May you find it one day. Strength will be needed for this journey of yours. Fortunately, I see great strength within you. But none of us are without weakness. What may be a personal obstacle on your way to your aspirations? Unyielding stubbornness, fear of others' perceptions, tendency to self-sacrifice. To care for loved ones is a common experience, and yet, being a martyr is not as noble as people make it out to be. Remember, you are just as important as your loved ones. This has been enjoyable. What a pleasure to learn more about you. Personality is fascinating. It can embody such varying traits. For you, it seems bravery is important. You remind me of the heroes of lore. But perhaps you perceive yourself differently. Tell me, how would you describe yourself? Compassionate, charismatic, courageous, curious. I'd say I'm compassionate. I see. Thank you for answering my questions. It has been enlightening. I look forward to seeing what this life has in store for you. Chapter 1, A New Dawn. I also don't know how long, like, the prologue is or anything. Once again, this is very pretty. Was not expecting it to be as, like, obviously, like, Japanese styled right now. As you can see, there's a shrine gate right there. So clearly, it's taking from that. No overworking yourself. Got it? You need to take it easy. That's rich coming from you. Slander from my favorite patient? Unbelievable. I very much like the aesthetic of the game so far. Yes, I'm vibing with it a lot so far. Look, all I'm saying is that we don't want these things getting worse, right? Take it slow for a couple days. After that, you'll be good as new. Yes, Kels. There we go. Then I'll be going. Of course. Hopefully our next session is the last one. The patient left, right as I got a message on my communicator. Okay, Mom. Coming home soon? I was not expecting there to be, like, a texting thing here. I actually have to, like, click it. Yes. Finally. Another long day. Another long day. I heard the energy crisis has been getting worse. That's probably it. Must be. That's probably it. I've never been this busy. Hopefully they find a solution soon. Can say that again, or seriously, can say that again. Well, I'm wrapping up dinner now. You can tell me about it over some food. Wait, are you gonna be passing by the grocery on your way back? Why? Do you think you could pick up some eggs? Crying face. I'm so tired. Can't wait till tomorrow. No problem, babe. Oh wait, I still wanted to actually do it. I just was gonna, you know, complain a little first. Be home soon. Okay. Be safe. There have been more overtaken incidents. I will. Love you. I love you too. Whoops. I meant to go to the store. As I put my communicator away, my muscles ached with exhaustion, and I stifled my groan. My muscles cried out in pain once more as I packed away the last of my supplies, and I groaned, aloud this time. Be a healer, they say. You'll always have job security, they say. I need a vacation. A hot shower, a warm meal, my sweet, sweet bed. They were all just a couple of blocks away. So close, yet so... Electric air, the smell of ozone. Energy so concentrated it tasted acrid. An overtaken? Let's see, let's learn. Overtaken. A mysterious and dangerous entity that's made its terrifying appearance in recent years. Little is known about them, their only established characteristics being a mindless state of overflowing energy. My heart rate quickened as I stared into the inhumane void of their eyes, at the blurred outline of their silhouette. If I move carefully, maybe I can still... Arrgh! Hands reached for me, the energy in the air crackled, closer than before. Dodge and elbow their back, duck and kick their feet out from under them. Down and under, or around and back. Let's do kick. I tackled them to the ground. That is not what I meant to do. Pinning their arms back, I pressed against the overtaken and scanned their body. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Dual waves of energy rocked off of them, hiding the state of the irregularities, the reason for their overtaken state. Come on. Sharp electric energy zapped past me, narrowly missing my left cheek. There! Near their left shoulder, their iridescent energy bubbled, different from everywhere else. I held my hand over it. Yeah, the voice acting, deal with it, guys. I can't do that. vocal one, aren't you? Just work with me here. Or don't. I channeled my energy towards their shoulder, the familiar warm feeling of my magic radiated from my hand. Slowly, mine intertwined with theirs until the bubbling settled. The overtaken relaxed, the sharp bolt of electricity ceasing soon after. Whew. Cautiously, I released them as I shifted my focus to their vitals. Everything seemed stable. The overtaken incidents really are rising. This is the 5th one I've ran into just this month. Where are they coming from?
Please, step away from that person.
I was not expecting any kind of voice acting. I like the stars. Yeah, same. I like the star motifs. Also, dang, it's about to storm. Wind just picked up big. Oh, it's been storming a lot here lately. Like, a lot. I jumped at the commanding voice and turned to see 2 people rushing towards me. Drakes? Already? Usually I'm out of here by the time they arrive. But on second glance, I could tell these 2 were different. Dragon horns. I can't remember the last time I saw someone with a physical manifestation of energy. Strength emanated from him, almost overwhelmingly. So, from the self-assured way he carried himself, to his towering frame, to his deep emerald energy. Is that his eyes? And his partner was no less intriguing. A kaleidoscope of energy, from rubied reds to sapphire blues, following their every movement. I've never seen such a complex aura.
Are you hurt?
Once again, I was not expecting to hear voices. I'm a little tired, but otherwise fine. Just got off work, so the last thing I wanted to run into was an overtaken, am I right?
You seem to be rather calm right now.
So that's the one that yelled at me. Our security office told us to expect another call to head. Another call to head to the admin building. Oh yeah?
Overtaken are quite dangerous. Most find themselves overwhelmed when encountering one.
Caution slowed his speech, sharpened his gaze. Were they suspicious of me? I guess it makes sense, given how difficult overtaken can be to take down. It's overwhelming. But after the 5th overtaken, you start to get a handle of things.
5? What's your secret? Oh, man, we need someone like you at Central.
It's true. Many of our own drakes struggle holding their own against the overtaken. A drake? Oh, whoa. No, I think you guys have the wrong idea. Oh, drake. Drakes, the protective branch of Central. Drakes are known for their physical proficiency and can be seen helping the townspeople with laborious errands. Most recently, drakes have assisted with subduing the overtaken.
What do you mean?
I'm a healer, so I'm less fighting the overtaken and more healing them, I guess.
You heal them?
In a way. I can't explain how it works myself, but as far as I can tell, I'm able to stabilize them. That way, by the time help comes, like you 2, they're more subdued.
I didn't even know overtaken could be healed. I thought once they enter that state, they have to be knocked out. And sometimes, even that's not enough.
I wasn't aware of this either. I wouldn't be surprised if you were actually the only person who knew this. Healing them. This could change everything about how we deal with the overtaken.
He gestured towards the overtaken.
Do you mind if I take a look?
No, go ahead. As I stepped aside, he knelt and surveyed the overtaken with a surprising amount of expertise.
Interesting. Their vitals are normal, and there's no sign of serious injuries. Excuse us for a moment. What do you think? This might help with the overtaken crisis.
They're gonna try to make me work for them.
It's just one person, though. And what if it's a fluke?
They said they've healed at least 5 overtaken. Etsa might know what to do with them.
Yes, tell me how to pronounce names. Etsa, okay.
They'd probably go crazy over this. Do you think this healing will help us, though?
What are those 2 whispering about over there?
Only one way to find out.
True. All right. Let's ask.
I have an idea on how to convince them.
They're gonna try to seduce me.
Huh? Wait, no, Kane!
The red-haired Drake fixed their gaze on me, eyes glimmering.
Usually, I prefer to get to know someone before requesting so much. But we could use someone like you at Central. Your approach is certainly more effective than what we've been doing.
Central, the governing structure in town. Central provides an array of services to the townspeople and acts as a centralized party where we can seek healing, education, and protection.
Of course. We'd do everything in our power to make it worth your while.
Why is he talking to me like this, man? Ruby strands grazed my shoulder. Their breath tickled my ear as they whispered to me.
I'm sure we could reach an arrangement that would make everyone happy.
My face is Dirk's face back here. Slut! I could hear the smile in their voice. They were enjoying this. Before I could stop myself, my hands were on their chest, pushing them away. My push barely did anything, their frame far sturdier than I had imagined. Slutter! But my intent was clear. They hastily stepped back, their hand over their chest, seemingly surprised at the sudden contact more than anything. The dark-haired Drake, on the other hand, appeared to be more than amused at this turn of events.
About time someone rejected you. That's what you get for flirting on the job.
Why are you flirting with me? You don't even know me.
I sincerely apologize. My partner may be right.
What's truly slutty is their outfits. Like, I know you guys work for, like, the security and defense thing, but do you have to have, like, such tight, form-fitting turtleneck shirts? See every crevice. Oh.
If you'll excuse my actions, I do think there is an arrangement to be had here.
Their eyes seem to plead that I reconsider the situation. Yes, well, back to the matter at hand. I'd love to help, but I'd be lying if I said my hands were already full with my own patience. Side boob out and everything, honestly. To add healing all the Overtaken on top of that.
We're not asking you to heal all the Overtaken.
Right. We would never demand such a thing. Just one meal. That's all we ask.
That's all you need from me? Really?
Well, if you want to give us more, we'll take it.
But if not, our experts could learn something from you.
Oh, well, if it's just a meeting, I think I could swing that.
Of course. That's more than we could ever hope for.
The Horned Drake crouched near the Overtaken, eyeing it before shifting to pick it up. Oh, do you need help?
No worries, I got it.
He placed his arms underneath the body and with one motion, effortlessly lifted the Overtaken off the ground. Wow, he makes it look so easy.
Do you normally carry these on your own after you've knocked them out?
Oh, not usually, no.
So, then what do you usually do?
Well, usually I didn't want to finish that sentence, especially not after watching him pick up the Overtaken like it was a stuffed animal. But now that I had started to answer, I had to see this through. Say it like it's the most normal, logical thing in the world, then he won't even bat a lash. Well, you see, usually I just leave them there. It almost worked. For a second, he nodded, as if it was normal to leave an unconscious Overtaken in alleys. But then realization settled in as he processed my words. Listen! His body shook with laughter as I tried to explain myself. You wouldn't believe how long my days are, and usually there's a Drake somewhere close by. Sorry if I... His laughter only grew, and I knew no defense in the world could save me now.
Drook, you're being rude.
Oh, it's Drook. I said Druk, I think, earlier. Or Dirk. No, I said Dirk earlier. So Drook. Yeah, Drook. After being scolded by his fellow Drake, Drook's laughter slowly subsided.
Pardon my partner's rudeness.
My rudeness? You're the one getting all up in their business, Kane.
Well, at least I apologized. We can take this overtaken with us and handle things from here. But if you are free right now, we could also try and meet with Kimura.
You want me to meet with Central now? And with Kimura at that? They didn't mention anything about meeting Central's leader.
Ah, don't worry. We won't let him bite. Just follow us, and you'll be golden. Hopefully your bad luck with the overtaken won't rub off on us.
No promises.
Do we get the pleasure of knowing our local hero's name?
I'm Kels, and you two are Kane and Druk.
Bingo.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
As we walked, my muscle soreness, previously forgotten, returned with a vengeance. I sighed, acutely aware that my long day was about to be even longer. Goodbye, bed. I'll only be gone for a little more. How about my dinner? I can't believe I'm meeting with Kimura right now, and on such short notice. How highly ranked are these two drakes? I saw it myself. Kels heals the overtaken. But the point remains, perhaps we've been approaching the crisis all wrong. If the overtaken are meant to be healed and not subdued, I understand. And Kels, this was your 5th encounter with an overtaken? Oh, yes, sir. No need to be so formal. 5th encounter this month, they said. Just this month? Then your approach must be effective. They also leave the overtaken in alleys. You don't have to mention that part. Yes. Now that I think about it, I do remember reports of unconscious overtaken being found in alleys. Guilty. We were hoping Etsa might be here to make sense of Kel's process, but it seems they're out. Yes, I believe they mentioned checking one of the nearby springs. Springs, natural havens where energy exists in its purest and strongest form. These areas are considered sacred. Of late, various springs have demonstrated instability for the first time in centuries. Oh yeah, that was happening today. They're as busy as usual, I see. Is Etsa the expert you mentioned earlier? Our crowning jewel at Central. Etsa is the head of our wyverns. They're the most directly involved with the overtaken crisis. Wyverns, wyverns, however you want to say it. The healing birds are Central. Wyverns are known for their mastery of energy and or potion knowledge, and are often sought after for their ability to cure an array of conditions. Seeing as they're not here today, would you be able to come in another day? Apologies, Kels, after we dragged you here and everything. No, it's fine. Just let me know when Etsa's free. I'm sure we can work something out. Here, our contact information. Oh, I now have Mom, Druk. Is it just Druk? Oh, there's Kane. Yeah, Kane. Hi, this is Kane. I'll shoot you a message when we hear from Etsa. I nodded in response as the others ended the meeting. As I finally made my way home, I reflected on my spontaneous meeting with Central. So I'll be helping the head of wyverns. But I'm just some self-taught healer. What could I be doing so differently from the town's official healers? Whatever the difference in our process, Kane and Druk seem to think it can hold critical information. I guess one meeting won't hurt. Worst case scenario, it doesn't make a difference. Best case scenario, it helps the overtaken crisis. One meeting? I sense it's not going to be one reading. Meeting. I'm dead. If I can change things for the better, why wouldn't I?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Uh-oh, we're being accosted in the night. Oh, hello. Behind me stood a shrouded figure cloaked in the shadows of the night. Moonlight danced off the porcelain skin. Sharp amethyst eyes leered at me. A chill crawled down my back. Who?
I've spent quite a while trying to find you. I hope you plan on making it up to me for all my lost time.
Okay, so no ill will or anything towards the VA for whoever this is. I don't think the voice fits the character. He ruined it by speaking. Yeah, I don't think the voice fits this one, but I like the design of this one a lot. Everything in me screamed, run. I spun around, set on doing just that. They seized my wrist and pulled me against them. Pain shot up my arm. Ouch. And just as easily as he stopped my previous movements, the stranger's hand clamped over my mouth, forcing silence. With barely a breath between us, as though he was part of the shadows himself, he whispered,
It'll cause a lot of trouble if someone sees me, so I can't let you do that.
Pouring outside now, it's loud, so loud it's stressing my ketamine cat. Leave Ellie alone. She's trying her best. Stranger danger, honestly.
Sorry, little one.
Little Hale. Yeah. See, he's just ruining it by speaking. I shut my eyes. There had to be something I could do, but fear drowned out all reason, gripping my heart and refusing to free me from its clutches. Please, somebody, anybody, anything to get me out of here. And then the universe answered my prayers.
Get down!
What? Nothing else needed to be said. Energy pushed past us, colliding into my kidnapper. The pressure against my back, around my waist, around my wrist, and over my mouth disappeared as they burst into a fit of coughs. Grabbing hold of this chance for safety, I pushed them away and ran. I crashed into someone, but whether they were friend or foe... No!
Hey, are you alright?
This voice sounds familiar. As I came to my senses, turquoise hair and a matching set of crystal's eyes faded in and out of vision. His hands reached for me before pausing in midair. Where? Who? Wait, the coughing stopped. I turned my gaze back over the alley, only to find an empty street. They're gone.
Looks like they ran away.
I could barely hear him over the sound of my heart thrumming against my eardrums. My head dizzied and ached as the events that just unfurled sank in.
Do you know that person?
This voice... Hang on. I'm going to their Twitter. One moment. I'm going to the studio's Twitter. One moment. Did they announce their VA list? Because whomst is this? Because it sounds so... They sound like a person that I am big friends with. That was a VA thing there. Oh my, I just came across some Halloween art of this man specifically on their Twitter, and whoo! I am on the hunt for this VA lister. No, I accidentally did out of it. Hang on. See, I'm finding VAs for their other game that they had released. Give me the VAs, please. Did you know that person? He spoke in a quiet voice, not dissimilar from the stranger earlier, and yet his voice was so distinctly different. Where the stranger from before spoke in a low, raspy, rushed manner, the man before me now was gentle, clear, and tempered. I shook my head. They came out of nowhere. I tried to leave, but they... My voice shook as I spoke.
Are you hurt?
I shook my head again. My words caught in my throat as I forced myself to speak. I think I'm okay. Just shaken up.
Can you stand or walk? It's probably best if we get you somewhere safer.
This sounds like freaking Flayon, dude. I'm losing my mind. Who are you? Hey, who are you? I just typed in VA in hopes that I could, Okay, that was the... What? I only have found the VA for the Kuna guy. Okay. I'm gonna type in this guy's name and see if that will lead me. Yeah, that's the runner-up. It is not. I don't know this guy. So his VA is John Panade. He sounds so much like Flayon. Anyways, sorry. I had to figure this out. It was gonna bother me. Can you stand or walk? It's probably best if we get you somewhere safer. I nodded. I didn't want to be here a second longer. The stranger stood and offered his hand to me. I took it, gently pulling myself up, before stumbling towards the new stranger as my legs shook with adrenaline. Oh my god, I could stay on his chest. Anyways. As embarrassing as it might be, I'm clearly in no shape to be moving right now. My dizziness slowly settled, and as it did, I could finally register how stiff the stranger was under my touch. This close, I could see every detail of his flustered expression. And still, he hadn't pushed me away. Sorry, I think I got up too fast. He made a soft noise in acknowledgement, but made no movement beyond that. I stayed there until I no longer needed to, and finally I shifted away. A soft pressure left my lower back, and it was only then that I realized he'd been holding me up this entire time. Red hues continued to dapple his cheeks.
Do you need help getting anywhere? I can walk with you, if you want.
I think I'm okay. Thank you, though.
If you're close by, I guess that's alright then. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, so...
He shifted his weight as if unsure. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. That guy seemed pretty shaken up. I don't think I'll be seeing him anytime soon.
If you think you'll be okay, I'll go.
Girl! No! You're ruining the Huz!
Here, my communicator information, in case you need it.
Oh my god, he's giving me his digits on, like, the first meeting? Yeah, so Drook, excuse me. Fenir. This is Fenir. I like that I'm automatically, like, favoriting them as well.
I hope you get to where you're going safely.
Thanks for everything. He nodded, and I hurried home, wary of running into any more strangers for the night. I stared at the array of foliage. I think I just need to reset that one. I stared at the array of foliage. Foliage. Oh my gosh, I'm falling apart around me. Today, I was scheduled to meet with Etza, but after yesterday's chaos, this morning had been rough. And to add to my misery, I was now completely lost. Where am I? How does anyone get anywhere? How does anyone get around this place? All the walkways look the same. Once again, very Japanese inspired. What did Druk say about finding Etsa's office? Foliage. Thank you. I don't know why my brain just was not doing it. I reread his instructions, but at this point I was too lost in Central's labyrinth for it to help. Ugh. Kimura said Etsa was the head of Wyverns too. I didn't want to disappoint someone so important, especially on my first impression. But at this rate... No, it's okay. I still have some time before I'm late. No need to freak out. Go down the left hallway or go down the right hallway? Okay, guys, left or right? You make the choice. Watch you guys both say something different. We have a vote for left. Bet I'll go with it. Left hallway. Hello, can I help you? Oh! Another kind soul offering me directions. Maybe this time it would actually lead me to Etsa's office. I turned. Actually, only to stand face to face with an ethereal beauty. Long, lavish robes hung elegantly from a tall, slender figure. White, glistening hair perfectly framed striking aquamarine eyes. I stood in awe. This was no ordinary kind soul. This was an angel. The angel's brows furrowed slightly. Can I help you? No way, we actually put the name as Angel. Oh! I snapped out of my trance. What is wrong with me? Hi, actually, I'm supposed to meet with Etsa. Do you happen to know where I can find them? Ah, you must be Kels? How do they know my name? Is this Etsa? Are they actually an angel? Noticing the surprised look on my face, they chuckled a smooth, alluring laugh. I nearly fell for them all over again. Sorry, allow me to start over. I'm Etsa. This angel was Etsa? It's an honor to finally meet. I've heard so much about you. You've heard about me? If Druk told them about how I leave overtaken in alleys, I swear to... You're a bit of a household name around here. Kels. The healer whose powers rival even our head wyvern. And to think you even healed the overtaken. It's an honor. Etsa bowed, a gesture befitting their elegant demeanor. Oh my god, yeah, we're gonna bow back. That was a time choice as well. I don't like that. That means that I have to be quick in some instances. I returned the gesture, as if on instinct, and bowed back. Hopefully it looked as graceful as me as it did on them. Please, I'm just doing my best to help. There's no need to treat me as someone so... special. My heart skipped a beat when Etsa met my gaze. The stories I've heard would disagree. But if that's what it would take to make you more comfortable, I'm happy to oblige. Etsa turned, gesturing for me to follow them. Come, I'll show you where to meet. Where we're to meet. Ha! I was close. I was about to head down this walkway before Etsa showed up. We made a seemingly endless amount of turns. Yeah, there's no way I would have found this on my own. Thank you for saving me, Etsa. What was that? Oh, nothing. Oh, Etsa, I've been looking for you. Etsa, about the other day. Thank you so much for your help. My son has been feeling... As we made our way to their office, I couldn't help but notice the attention Etsa received. Calling it overwhelming would be an understatement. Do they deal with this all the time? And yet, they hardly skipped a beat as they murmured words of acknowledgement to everyone we passed. Then, their crystalline eyes turned to mine. Here we are. I stepped inside, and everything from today's worries to yesterday's fatigue to burdens I'd forgotten I carried melted away. In this place, there was only peace. Would you like something to drink? Could I have tea, coffee, juice, a soda? Oh, I'm drinking soda right now, but like, give me some tea. They nodded before turning to make themselves a cup of tea. Your office. Do you like it? I've never felt anything like it. It's like it was made to calm me down. In a way, it was. Their musical chuckle rang through the air. I could feel myself getting addicted to the sound of it. Dude, my character is bad down for Etza right now. I spent a long time getting my office to feel, well, less like an office and more like me. Whatever they had done, it worked. The way the energy in here moved, softly and delicately, echoed Etza's own demeanor. Here. They handed my drink to me, and I thanked them as we both sat at their desk. So tell me about your experiences with the Overtaken. Well, in just the past month, I've encountered 5 Overtaken. I picked up some self-defense over the years. As a healer, I'm sure you can relate to the occupational hazard. Patients that lash out subconsciously, whether from the pain or utter confusion. I can only imagine how many times Etza has experienced that as a wyvern. Right, and this aids you in your process? Well, usually when an Overtaken attacks, I can subdue them at least. That's when I try to identify where their energy is off. And by off, you mean... Most of the time, the energy looks erratic, unstable. It's not flowing naturally, or it's heavily concentrated in one area. Sometimes it's moving weird, or it seems to be disconnected from the person. You can see it. And cue the weird look everyone gives me. Right, I know it sounds strange, but I can see energy. I braced myself for that look of disbelief, unease, and judgment. The one people always gave me when they found out I could see energy. But Etza's gaze held none of the animosity I'd come to expect. Instead, their eyes glimmered with something akin to excitement, wonder. Actually, I understand. I'm the exact same. Wait, really? Well, I can't see energy, but I can sense it. Shifts in energy, the flow of it. I can feel it all. It's how I was able to attune my office. I've never met anyone who's able to do the same. I haven't either. Anytime I tell people, they look at me like I'm crazy. Exactly. Silence extended between us. My heart raced at finding someone just like me. I wasn't sure if Etza felt the same, but as they held me in their gaze, I couldn't help but hope. Eventually, they looked away and cleared their throat. So, your vision helps you with healing the Overtaken? It helps me see the areas of instability, yes. Instability. Kels, have you ever been to a spring by any chance? No, I've never had the chance to visit one. Why? Ah, it's nothing then. I've already inconvenienced you with this meeting. I don't want to burden you anymore. What is it? You can tell me. I want to help you. I'm here to help. Okay, there's a choice here. I'm here to help just means we're here to help anyone, you know, but I'm here to help you specifically. I don't know if Etza is a romance candidate, but I'm here to help you would probably specifically get us brownie points with them. So do we want to help the masses, or do we just want only Etza? You know? I'm thinking we be a little bit of a flirt. I want to help you. Oh, give me like a little moon thing. It has to do with the energy crisis. As you may know, the springs have grown more unstable over time. It's affected everything from our magic to our way of life. Yeah, I've been seeing an increase in patients because of it. As have we. It's just a theory. I've yet to establish enough evidence for it. But I think the Overtaken and the energy crisis may be connected. Wait, seriously? But if that's the case... My head dizzied at the revelation. These were our 2 greatest crises, both of which we knew next to nothing about. Are you saying the energy crisis is responsible for the Overtaken? I can't speak on the exact nature of their relationship, but I do think there's some kind of connection there. I see. Is that why you went to the spring yesterday? How did you know I was at the spring? Kimura mentioned it. But, wow, if the 2 crises are related to each other... I mean, the Overtaken are one thing, but the energy crisis is a whole other level. Yes, well, at the end of the day, it is a mere theory. As someone who can see energy, I was wondering if you've ever noticed similarities between the Overtaken and Springs. But seeing as you haven't been to a Springs, perhaps we should stay focused on the Overtaken for now. Does your sensitivity to energy not help you see anything? I'm afraid I'm not familiar enough with the Overtaken's instability. My Overtaken cases usually focus more on healing the person, rather than reversing their Overtaken state. Healing the Overtaken state isn't an option we'd even considered. Oh. I guess that explains the number of drakes I see handling them. Yes, but our current approach is draining and dangerous. Healing the Overtaken's instabilities instead, it's nothing short of a breakthrough. A breakthrough? Now you're exaggerating. It's a place their hand over mind, and it was obvious they truly weren't. Your process has the potential to change how we deal with the Overtaken. That's nothing to scoff at. In terms of how we use this knowledge, I'll have to think about it. It won't be that useful, though, for, like, the common people if, you know, they can't see the energy like we can. Would it be possible for you to meet me in a couple of days? Yeah, I can do that. I'll send you a message when I'm available. Here, my communicator information. The guy with the blue hair that... Etza, this is Etza. I can't emphasize how much we appreciate it. Thank you for agreeing to work with us. I look forward to the next time we meet. They're so kind. As I stared at our intertwined hands, I reconsidered the position I told Kane and Druk. Perhaps I could spend more time at Central than I thought. Bro, once again, my character wants them so bad. As I headed home, I realized I had some free time on my hands. It's been a while since I've been able to take some time for myself. Maybe I should do something. This life of yours moves quickly, relentlessly, without pause. In a life such as this, it is important to take control and decide how you will spend the pockets of the free time you find. Perhaps you will explore this world, visiting different places every day. Or maybe you will find comfort in only one place, creating a safe haven for you to return to whenever you please. Choose how to pass your time and who to spend it with. But beware. For love is a fickle thing, and rejection is a pain that few can master. With the brief time that you have, will the person you call on share your connection, or will they shy away? How will you choose to spend your time? Oh, okay. So, I can go to the market, the cafe, the river, or the flower field. I want to go to the flower field. What? Come to think of it, Mom said she's hosting another flower festival. Maybe I'll drop by to support her. Oh, should I invite anyone? Oh, I legit can just be like, hey, come with me. So, Kane, Druk, Finnair, or Etza. Guys, who should we invite? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one? I'm leaning towards 3 personally, but that's just because I think he's pretty. I kind of wish they looked like their art in this. I'm gonna grab Mr. 3, see if he would like to join me.
Hello?
Hey Finnair, it's Kels.
Oh, did you need something?
I was about to head out and was wondering if you'd want to come with? He does not want to come with.
I can come.
Oh, he does want to come. Oh, okay, awesome. I'm gonna head out soon then. Meet you there?
Okay. See ya.
Okay, see you, Finnair. Why is this so awkward? Lush flowers adorned the forest floor, a sea of color that extended to the horizon. But the one color missing from the scene was a familiar head of aqua hair. Finnair said he was here already, but where is he? I sent him a quick message before searching amongst the overflowing florals. Vines hung from the trees above, decorated by flowers of varying colors. The festival looks so beautiful today. Mom really... Ah! My foot caught on something and I tripped. When I looked over, I realized with horror... Finnair? Crouched on the forest floor was Fenrir, whom I'd evidently kicked during my search. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Yeah, that was my fault. What are you doing on the floor? Well, while I was waiting for you, I noticed the flowers here in the underbrush. They... Look. He pointed to the wildflowers that stretched below us before flattening one with his index finger. The wildflower sank into the ground momentarily before blossoming back, as if it had never been touched. They popped back up. Fenrir's eyes were fixed on the floor in wonder. I smiled, remembering how awestruck I also was when Mom first showed this to me. It's cool, right? Fenrir nodded and ran his fingers over the underbrush again, watching the wildflowers pop back up each time. I like your mom's power. Fenrir watched the flowers with lowered lashes. A calm seemed to wash over him as petals, carried by the breeze, lazily drifted around us. We should see the rest of the field. We can stay here if you want. It's okay. I got my fill. Fenrir pressed the flower once more before releasing it, watching it blossom one last time. He stood and offered his hand to me. I thanked him under my breath as I stood. After you. We walked in tandem through the field, flowers framing our vision and the delicate floral underbrush softening our steps. Sunlight dappled our skin. The fragrance of lavender and other wildflowers floated in the air. It's pretty. He was right. Mom had outdone herself today. Oh! Look at that flower. Sage green energy drifted around a pale pink azalea. It reminded me of Mom. Hold on, Fenrir. What is it? Do you mind if I collect some flowers for a bouquet? I usually give one to my mom when she holds one of these. He nodded, and after I plucked the azalea, I handed it to Fenrir. Together, we ventured through the rest of the forest, stopping every so often to add another... at the forest? That's his field, Kelly. Stopping every so often to add another flower to our growing collection. Alright, I think that's good. Now for the final touch. The bouquet glowed as I channeled my energy into it, eventually gaining a smooth sheen. Okay, they should preserve nicely now. What was that? Just a little bit of my energy. It makes the flowers last longer. Oh. Fenrir stared at the bouquet, his eyebrows wrinkling slightly. Can you do that with any flowers? I can, why? He pulled a bundle of wildflowers from his sack, the same ones that decorated the forest floor. When did he even collect those? Then could you do it for these? I smiled as I took the flowers from him. I had no idea he liked flowers this much. Yeah, me too. Of course. I held my hand above his bouquet. The familiar, cool sensation of my energy tingled at my fingertips. There. Wow. He reached out, eyes bright, and pressed one of the petals between his fingers. As he pulled his fingers away, the flower popped back up as if he had never touched it. Thanks, Kels. Anytime, Fenrir. Together, we explored the rest of the field, each holding our small bouquet in our hands. I walked home from my last patient as night approached. The town lights slowly came to life, pushing back the darkness of the shadows. As I walked, I clutched my bag close. The scene reminded me of my attacker from last night. My steps echoed through the empty street. Should I take a different way home? No, there's no guarantee we'll be any safer. The area I was attacked came into view, and my grip on my communicator tightened. But as I got closer, faint glimmers of starlight danced in the air. What is that? Inspect it, we're gonna inspect it. We're curious. I stepped forward, when a figure standing nearby caught my attention. Adrenaline rushed into my temples, heart racing. I turned. I wasn't about to relive that encounter again. Oh. That's an interesting silhouette, I dare say. A flash of gold struck past me, nothing like the cool tones of silver and white from the night before. I slowed, eyeing the silhouette, still wary it was my assailant from the previous night. No. This is someone different. Hair, golden like sunlight that filters through the treetops, shimmered under the dim lighting. Their clothes were a myriad of greens, like the lush canopies of the forest. They're watching the starlight, too. I inched closer, daring myself to investigate. Do you see it, too? The golden-haired stranger turned, their movements unnaturally smooth, and their cold expression made it clear they hadn't wanted to be disturbed. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I noticed that light too and didn't know what it was since you were also staring at it. As if every word I said made them reject my presence even more, they scowled, the crease between their brows deepening. Their arms swept upwards, and with it, a gust of wind so strong it threatened to uproot me from where I stood, rushed past me. Geez, I get it, no need to be so dramatic. Wait. I paused and squinted before realizing only now it seemed so odd. It wasn't the eeriness of their golden gaze, or the unusual starlight, or the seemingly endless darkness around us. It was the nothingness that came from them. The complete lack of energy. How is that? Everything has energy. The clouds, the trees, the air we breathe. To have no energy, what did that even mean? This reminds me of this Naruto fanfic I read. I say read because I do indeed reread it. And in it, two girls from our world get transported to their world, and they have no chakra because obviously we don't have chakra. And the other characters were like, whoa, how do you have a complete lack of chakra? What does that mean? Everything has chakra. Though technically this is from the first part of the series. It's a 3-part series. So technically this is from the first part where the Akatsuki get transported into our world as cats. Anyways. Questions rushed through my mind. But they were the ones I had no intention of answering. After last night's attack, I wasn't going to spend time with yet another unfathomable stranger. I ran, focusing only on my destination. A single word echoed through my mind, repeating itself over and over. Safety. I weaved through alleys and corners, my breath growing shallow from the physical and mental toll. But I pushed past the strain. I had to. The only thing important to me was getting home. Mother? Are you sure you're all right? Weird hands gripped my shoulders, forcefully turning me around as Mom inspected me. My heart thudded against my chest, finally slowing down from the adrenaline. Yeah, I'm sure. I made it home. I may have been in the safety of my living room, but my mind was elsewhere, specifically where that starlight and stranger were. Who were they? Where was their energy? How could they cast magic without it? A headache-inducing storm of questions swirled in my mind. I thought I wouldn't need the answers, that these questions and any desire to answer them would be left behind when I ran, but it was clear that wasn't the case. Mom pulled me from my thoughts and into a hug. I'm so glad you're okay. I told you, didn't I? I tried to flash a reassuring smile, failing miserably as a grimace graced my face instead. What happened? You burst through the door in such a rush, too. I told her about tonight's mysterious stranger, their investigation of the starlight, their magic, their lack of energy. No energy? How is that possible? Exactly. Maybe they have a special kind, one that even you can't see. Maybe. But as I uttered those words, I knew I didn't believe them. Something tugged at me. Something about this stranger was different. Well, whatever the reason, it's a mystery. You know what they say about mysteries. You don't remember? No, am I supposed to? Grandma used to recite this to you all the time when you were younger. Clearly, she needed to recite it more because I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, it was just another thing related to her superstitions. What was it? It went something like this. Not all mysteries can be explained by the logic of man. Some mysteries beyond man have no logic, have no fate. In the face of such, keep your wits close, but do not trust them. Trust not yourself, nor your senses, your time, nor your wit. For where time has stopped, but its flow has no end, for when passion calls, but hate runs deep. Heed this warning, and do not wait. For the laws of nature and laws of man have no logic and have no weight. Unease crawled down my spine at her eerie words, as her eerie words hung in the air. Sounds creepy. Maybe I forgot it for a reason. Now, you'll never forget it. I'm sure I won't. If only Grandma were here now, Or what would she have to say about my no energy mystery? Oh, she'd probably go on about those creatures she was always talking about. What were they called again? Aha! That's right! Fae. The back of my head tingled. Fae. What a strange word. Chapter 2. High noon. High noon? High noon like Cassidy Overwatch? Cool air brushed past my face, chilling the top of my cheeks. As I closed my eyes, I focused on the stillness of the early morning. What do I do about those strange people I ran into? I should probably report it, but to who? Maybe Kimura or someone else at Central? And yet I was filled with uncertainty. I didn't know the first thing about these strangers. Who they were, or even what they were. Fae. Was that really what those people were? Great, now I'm turning into Grandma. If I told Central that, they think I'm crazy. Oh, I don't know what to do. Unwittingly, my pace quickened, as if I could run away from this endless stream of questions. Okay, stop. Breathe. I exhaled. It was shaky, but at least steadier. So much has happened recently. The endless clients, the overtaken incidents, being brought into Central, running into dangerous strangers, it hadn't stopped. I just want someone who will distract me or listen to me. Listen to me. Well, there's our listener. Kells? A clear voice pulled me from my tangled thoughts. Etsa. Memories of our meeting, the safe and open space they held for me, rose to the surface, and I wondered whether their presence was a blessing in disguise. Are you headed to Central?
There are some people requesting my services, so I'm to meet with them today.
Not what I was expecting the voice to sound like. This early? It was like Kane said, busy as usual. So many people rely on Etsa. Would it be okay if I did the same? I'm heading there as well, actually. Would you like to walk together? As they moved close, I fell into the serenity of their presence, and ever so slightly, my tension eased.
I'd love to.
We walked together, back onto the path Etsa had found me. I sneezed, sorry. A silence settled over us, and morning birdsong filled the space instead. I considered telling Etsa about the strangers. With their gentle presence, I was certain it would be easiest to tell them of all people. And yet, I couldn't. I didn't know where or how to begin.
Is there anything on your mind that I can help you with?
They didn't know the half of it. Still, my words failed me, and my silence continued.
You don't have to respond if you don't feel comfortable.
The air around us felt warmer at their smile. But I couldn't bring myself to return the sentiment. Even if I could talk to Etsa about this, I shouldn't take advantage of their kindness. They're already so busy. I can't burden them with my own issues too. But I wanted to. I wanted their comfort, to share everything with them and take refuge in their presence. But what if I told them and they thought badly of me? That I was weak? Or that it was my fault somehow? My hesitation filled the air. It was heavy and suffocating. Can I trust Etsa to give me the safety I need for something so personal? The serenity of their office tugged at the corners of my mind, and I knew my answer. A couple nights ago, my voice caught in my throat, traitorously revealing the distress I'd hidden until now. I desperately gathered my thoughts as I tried to form a coherent sentence. I mean...
Do you have some time before your meeting?
A bit.
There's a nice riverbed nearby. I often go there when I have a lot on my mind. Would you mind accompanying me? I find it's helpful before I start my day.
I hesitated before nodding. It was obvious that this detour was more for me than Etsa, but whether it was or wasn't, I knew now that any place by their side would feel safe. Bro, once again, my character wants Etsa so bad. Cool, clear currents washed over the smooth gray stones below us. I mustered the courage to tell Etsa. This was it.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, we get it like a CG. My mouth hung open at their sudden question, but they weren't watching me. Their gaze was fixed on the river below. My eyes followed theirs to the flowing stream beneath us. Leaves meandered lazily down the river, sunlight glistened off the water. The air smelled fresh as the water of the morning dew and river mixed. My breath and mind slowed as I drank everything in. You mentioned before how my office made you feel calmer. I nodded along, entranced by the lightness of their voice as it mixed with the gentle murmur of the river. I find it often has the same effect on me. It's why I'm so partial to it.
But sometimes, because of my job, my office isn't enough to calm me. When that happens, I find myself even more frustrated. When I need the room to work as I intended, it doesn't. It's then that I have to remind myself of what's been sacrificed for us. The dragons of the past, they gave their lives for nature. And when all else fails, it's nature that I find myself returning to.
Sounds like they're about to cry. Etsa grew quiet, as if to give me the space to share what I needed to. And now that they had shared a small piece of them, I wanted to do the same. There's no easy way to say this. Or anyway, that wouldn't make this conversation at least a little heavy. But a couple nights ago, it was actually the night before we met, I was attacked by someone. The words caught in my throat. I hurried on, chasing after the words that I now desperately wanted to say. I still don't know who they were, or what they wanted from me. Someone saved me that night, but if they hadn't, I think... I turned my body away, slightly out of frustration, slightly out of embarrassment, as I tried to hide my vulnerability. Etsa kept their eyes on the river, silently giving me space to process everything away from someone's watch. I ground my teeth together, my hands clenched, nails digging into my palm. A million emotions shot through me, blurring together and crashing over one another in waves. Anger, helplessness, fear, shame, all intertwined and threatening to overflow. I sighed shakily, letting that be my only release before Etsa spoke. Their voice was like the sun on a summer shower, soft and clear.
As a wyvern, I hear a lot, see a lot, about the drakes that others don't. While our world is more peaceful than the past, pain still exists. Many drakes are familiar with the pain of loss, grief, regret. With each story, the first thing they tell me without fail is how they wish they had done more. Trained harder, fought harder, been more aware. Things they should have or could have done, but didn't.
My body wanted to curl in on itself, to turn away and hide from their piercing gaze. But I didn't. Because eclipsing any other feeling I was wrestling with, Etsa's gaze brought acceptance, peace, support.
I won't assume to know what you're feeling. But whatever you're sitting with, I hope you feel your strength the most. The strength of a survivor. Of someone who, despite everything, is still moving forward.
I was only vaguely aware of the tears threatening to spill from my eyes.
It's not fair that you have to carry what happened to you in the first place. I'm sorry that happened to you.
The world was hazy and blurred. The backs of my eyes prickled with fresh tears. Use the railing and lean into Etsa. Oh, okay, well, I already flirted with Etsa once, so you know. Before I could stop myself, I stepped forward, collapsing into Etsa's chest.
It's all right.
Etsa cooed softly as their slender fingers rubbed my back comfortingly.
You're safe now. It's all right.
I squeezed my eyes shut, bringing Etsa closer. My body moved for me, seeking what I was afraid to ask for. I lost track of how long we stayed like that. But eventually, the sun began to feel hot against my back. The streets came alive with soft murmurs. You both have jobs to get to. Can't cuddle by the river. I unclenched my fist, smoothing the crinkles that had formed in Etsa's robes, shy but mostly comforted by the moment we had shared.
We should get going.
I made a soft noise in agreement, my gaze still on the floor. Kels? I jumped at the sound of their voice, at the sudden proximity. Hesitant, I peeked up at them through lowered lashes. Their pristine eyes studied me with kindness as they murmured,
If there's anything I, or any of us at Central, can do to help, please let me know.
I nodded, still searching for the words to express myself after the whirlwind of emotions.
Shall we head back? I would hate to make you late to your meeting.
Yes. We walked together, making small talk on our way there. The conversation itself was casual, but the pull of their presence was deeper. Rather than be consumed by the memories of my encounter, I was left with a comforting warmth in my chest. The warmth remained even after they left, as I headed towards my meeting with Kimura. Etsa seemed to think that something could be done at our last meeting, but I haven't heard of any updates from them beyond that. Kimura's gaze was stern and absolute as I wrapped up my update. While he had been fine during our meeting with the Drakes, this time we were alone. He felt infinitely more intimidating in this setting. Finally, after an eternity, he spoke. I haven't met with Etsa. We've both been busy, but I trust their discretion. It's more than we asked for, but if you could continue helping us at Central, I'm sure our members would appreciate it. Your insight into the Overtaken may help more than we initially believed. Yes, I can continue meeting with Etsa as needed. This is important, especially if it's connected to the energy crisis. Etsa shared that with you. I had to push them a little, but yes, eventually. Interesting. Etsa hasn't had a partner to help them lead the Overtaken crisis. With your help, perhaps we can make headway faster than before. Whatever you all need. Kimura gave a nod of approval. Considering how well our meeting was going, I considered telling them about the encounters. Is something wrong? Actually, no, nothing's wrong. I'm not telling them. I can handle it on my own. Everyone's busy with the Overtaken. I don't want to add more to their plate. Just something personal I've been dealing with. It's not a big deal. You don't have to worry about me. Kimura scrutinized me before easing back into his seat, silent. You're always welcome to share if something is bothering you. As someone helping this, we're more than happy to support you in any way possible. I shuffled uneasily on my feet. He seems adamant. Should I bring it up? The word Fae danced in my mind, but something stopped me from uttering the word. I want to know more about them before I start spouting the word. Where was Grandma when I needed her? I think I'll be able to handle it on my own for now. Thank you, Kimura. If anything changes, I'll be sure to let you know. I hope you do. We're all here to help. If that's all, you're dismissed. I nodded, turning towards the door to leave, eager to leave. Was that the right choice? Shaking my head, I strode away from Kimura, my mind a mess. Unable to relinquish thoughts of Fae, I stood in the library at Central. This is as good of a place to start as any. My steps reverberated off the dark mahogany floor as I approached the main desk. Hopefully, the Hydra can help me. Hydra. Different from other branches of Central, the Hydra is a lone position. They are in charge of maintaining the library, disseminating information, and are considered the most knowledgeable figure at Central. Okay. Books line the walls, their rich colors peeking through the lush greenery of ivy and moss. The smell of paper and ink filled the air as warm sunlight washed over the room. Finally, I reached the desk, but stopped short at the sight before me. Is that... He turned at the sound, my suspicions confirmed. Turquoise eyes found mine, mirroring my surprise. Ah, it's you. His lips parted, but no further noise left him. Silence settled between us. Say something. We've already been on a date together. Don't freeze up now. Oh my god, it was a date? It was an actual date? I didn't expect to see you, Finir. You work at the library? I'm the Hydra. You are? You don't need to sound so surprised. And this is a library. Please keep your voice down. Sorry. It's just, if I knew, I would have dropped by earlier to thank you for the other night. Sorry. It didn't really come up. He shuffled his feet, but didn't make another sound. Huh. He's quieter than he was on our date. So, did you come here for something? Right. Well, should I mention the Fae to him? Finir saved me from one of the strangers I'm trying to investigate. I don't want him to connect the dots. No, that's ridiculous. How could he possibly come to that kind of conclusion? Just act normal. I heard a term recently, and I've never heard it before, so I wanted to learn more about it here at the library. Okay, a lot of people come to the library for that. What's the term? It was Fae. Fae. Fenrir searched through the catalog in front of him, repeating the word to himself. I believe I've heard of it. I can't remember where. Give me a second. You can look around if you want. When I find it, I'll let you know. Go and explore, stay and wait. No, I'm gonna stay and wait with him. It's alright, I don't mind waiting. Besides, I wouldn't know where to start. Fenrir watched me for a moment before nodding and understanding. Hold on, it shouldn't take too long. Alone, I turned to admire the library once again. His soft voice filled the air as he muttered to himself. I think I found it. Really? Calm down. I just found where we might find some books on them. Don't get too excited. Follow me. It should be towards the back. Fenrir guided me through the library. Never-ending shelves towered around us. So this is my secret savior's natural habitat. I reflected on the night I was attacked as I compared the Fenrir in front of me to the Fenrir from back then. A quiet librarian who keeps to himself during the day, but saves people by night? I smiled at the thought, dismissing the ridiculous image of Fenrir as a vigilante. Unless... Kels? Fenrir's voice snapped me back to Central. This area of the library is your best bet if you want to look into anything Fae-related. Oh, thanks. Expansive shelves and an impossible number of books stared back at me. How am I going to get through all this? I don't have much knowledge about Fae, but usually they're in ancient children's books. Obviously, I haven't read everything, but this might be the best place to start, since I'm sure I've seen that word here. He was quiet before, but he seems more talkative now. So I guess books are the secret? Well, that or a date. I smiled, endeared by how much more talkative he was when in his element. You know your way around here. Well, it is my job. True, but it is a huge library. It's a compliment, Fenrir. You can just accept it, you know. Thank you. So what made you want to read about Fae? The question I knew he'd eventually ask. Keep it natural. My mom mentioned them to me, and I'd never heard of them before. So I wanted to read more about them. Simple as that. I'm a pretty curious person, so... Fenrir nodded with a smile, as if he found kinship in those words. From what I've been able to gather, Fae are usually small little creatures. Sometimes they look like people, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're whimsical, sometimes they're mischievous. Sometimes they trick people, sometimes they help them. It's strange. I can't tell if they're supposed to be good or bad. For saying he had only encountered the word a couple of times, he was more knowledgeable than I would have expected. This isn't even his area of expertise, and he can summon that information so easily? Wow, the title of the Hydra is well deserved. Fenrir made a soft noise. Strands of blue hair fell forward, shielding his face as he refocused his attention on the books. I took that as a sign to start researching, and turned my own attention to the intimidating piles of books before me. So many to choose from, some hundreds of years old, free for me to peruse. Excuse me. There has to be something here about Fae. Every so often, my eyes wandered to Fenrir. He silently and expertly moved from shelf to shelf. His nimble fingers ran over worn, weathered spines with gentle consideration. Soon, I was engulfed in my own search as I filtered through shelf after shelf, hunting for the first mention of Fae. Words compelled me as I sought any clues on Fae. Nothing here. I took a step back from the shelf, maybe somewhere else? Kels. Fenrir's voice snapped me out of my trance. Yeah? I turned to Fenrir. Heart rate quickened as my eyes hungrily found the small stack of books in his hands. It's like he said before. They seem to be mostly children's stories. Forcing myself still, I patiently waited the fruits of his labor. Kels? Fenrir's voice called for me, this time more urgently. With great reluctance, I pried my gaze from the small pile, then towards Fenrir. What is it? About the other night. My stomach dropped. Why was he bringing up the other night? Did he really connect that night to why I'm looking into Fae? How is that possible? I tried to do something, anything, that would stop him from asking me whether they were related. Thank him tremendously for saving you. Change the conversation. Now just change it. Just change it. Oh, wait, let me help you with all those books, Veneer. Before he could voice his suspicions, I moved to carry the books in his arms. Oh, you don't have to. Before he could finish, I'd already grabbed some. Veneer stammered as I stole some of the books from him. My chest tightened as I guiltily watched his flustered reaction at our closeness. Nestling the books into my arms, I carried them to a nearby table and placed them down gently. Veneer followed, placing his own set of books down before turning back to me. My stomach twisted as I knowingly made this more difficult for him. But if he asked me whether I thought Fae were real, or why I thought they were real, I didn't know what to say. By the way, I wanted to talk about— Oops! I accidentally shoved the books, sending them flying off the table. Books tumbled onto the floor, scattering in dozens of different directions. Veneer fell to his knees as he scrambled to pick them up. He's never going to let me in the library again. I'm so sorry, Veneer. I don't know what happened. It's alright. My brows knitted together with guilt as I helped Veneer with the remaining books. A lone book peeked out from under the table. I moved towards it. Up close, the letters appeared worn and faded, the spine creased and textured, signs of its old age. I picked it up with care. As I made my way back to Veneer, I flipped through the pages, skimming the text. When I reached him, he shifted towards me. His eyes were focused on the book in my hands. There once was a woman who yearned for nothing more than a child, but the universe was unable to grant her this simple wish, and so, taking her fate in her own hands, the woman sought advice from a witch. The witch, empathetic to the woman's venture, bestowed barley upon her to remedy her trouble. Go home and plant this, the witch instructed the woman. Desperate for the gift of life, the woman heeded the witch and planted the barley. And that night, the woman slept, dreaming of a miracle. But when she woke, the barley had remained barley. Weeks passed with no sign of a child. Nonetheless, the woman continued to tend to the barley given to her, until one day, a tiny girl sprouted from the barley, no larger than the length of one's finger. A tiny girl? Is this the Fae? From what I remember, she's just born that way. I believe the Fae is mentioned later. It's only at the end. It's not much, but it is mentioned. Veneer leaned towards me and cleared his throat, motioning for me to hand him the book. When I did, his fingers moved deftly, expertly gliding over the pages as he turned them with care. It should be around here. Finally, he stopped and returned the book to me. His hands brushed against mine. His fingers flinched. Near the bottom. Finally reaching the safety of an open field, the tiny woman and the swallow rejoiced. Is Thumbelina? Their happiness was immeasurable, but the woman, now eager for the full embrace of freedom, left the swallow to explore the never-ending field of flowers. For some time, the minuscule woman wondered, until she happened upon another like-sized person. Excited at the prospect of meeting a same-sized companion, she approached the stranger. But when they turned, she found herself in awe at his beauty. Ah, I don't believe we've met. Where do you come from, Fae? The small man inquired. Fae. My eyes consumed the text, chasing after the shadow of the word that had eluded me until now. Fae. What's a Fae? She asked, now curious of this new word. Surprised she did not know, he answered. Fae can be many things. They can be small or big. They can look like you and me or like other creatures. And Fae have many responsibilities. Some of us tend the cycles of seasons. Some of us help grant wishes. I tend to the flowers of this field. The woman looked around at the myriad of flowers blooming, a sea of colors and textures billowing in the wind. You did this, she asked in wonder, to which the flower Fae nodded. I don't know much about Fae. I'm just a human, as is my mother, but I've never met another the same size as me, the small woman informed him. She found herself taking a liking to the small man before her, feeling a kinship that she had never felt before. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? The flower Fae asked. The woman paused, never considering how lonely, not lovely, whoops, how lonely it had been before meeting another like her. If you want, I can take you with me. We can take care of the flowers together. and maybe you won't feel as lonely anymore. The woman liked this idea very much and agreed excitedly. With a wave of his hands, the Fae bestowed upon her a pair of wings, as well as a new life of adventure for the two of them. I stared at the book, eyes suddenly tired, my shoulders slumped. They did mention Fae, but why did it feel so unsatisfying? I drummed my fingers against the book, trying to piece the puzzle together. Maybe this is Fae, but a small flower creature is not what I ran into a couple nights ago. Is it not what you were looking for? I straightened, and mustering the best smile I could, I flashed what I hoped was a grateful smile. And while it was genuine, I couldn't deny my disappointment at where our search had ended. You're frustrated. It wasn't a question, but a statement. A conclusion based on my feeble attempt at hiding my true feelings. I sighed and dropped the act. A little. I was just hoping for something a bit more informative than this. Is there anything in particular you wanted to find? Anything in particular? I'm not sure, to be honest. Just something more than a brief mention of Fae. Something to describe them. Something to confirm their existence. A group of voices interrupted us. A voice, smooth and silvery in tone, rang out louder than the rest, followed by a familiar figure that emerged from the shelves. Cain! Their golden eyes stared back in surprise before settling into their usual demure expression. You know them? Yeah, we met a couple days ago. They're the reason I'm working with Central right now. You work here? Fenrir, Kells, I'd expect to see the two of you here. You're in the library. I'm the librarian. True, but it's rare to see you leave your front desk, Fenrir. I leave my front desk. What could be so interesting that it pushed our Hydra to search amongst the books himself? It's my first time in the library, and I was looking for something that was a little obscure. So Fenrir decided to help me. Fenrir shifted closer to me, the slightest smile crossing his lips at my attempt to defend him. Oh, but Fenrir, don't many people come here with obscure requests? And still, not a single move from your desk. Do you two perhaps know each other? No. Yes! Fenrir's fingers found mine, hidden from Cain's view. I suppressed my surprise at the sudden contact. Oh my god, he's holding my hand! He gently squeezed my hand and I struggled to make sense of it. Maybe I should just play along? So you've met Fenrir, but Fenrir hasn't met you. Am I hearing that correctly? Cain's playful tone only made Fenrir's body more tense. I chose to remain quiet, hoping Fenrir would take the lead instead. We met in passing once, but we don't know each other beyond that. Cain observed us, scanning both mine and Fenrir's faces as though the truth were etched on them. Is that so? What a coincidence that you've run into each other again. Well, don't let us ruin your fun. Excuse us, we were just passing through. Cain continued past us, but not before pausing beside Fenrir and whispering something low in his ear. What are they talking about? My eyes swept over Fenrir, searching for a hint of what Cain had uttered to him, but there was only a soft blush and slightly irritated look on Fenrir's face. Phew. Did I dare ask Fenrir about Cain? No, just as I have my secrets, Fenrir surely has his. Kells, don't tell anyone about the other night, if you can. My brows rose at his sudden request. I'm not supposed to be using my powers like that. I could get into a lot of trouble if anyone found out. I was caught up in the moment and didn't know what else to do, but could you keep it between us, please? It finally clicked. What Cain mentioned to Fenrir, the denial of our meeting, what Fenrir had been trying to tell me before. Is that what Cain whispered to you? Yes, they're annoyingly perspective. They said they wouldn't tell anyone, but that I should be careful. I'm trusting you with this. His words were genuine, no hidden threats or demands for silence. I nodded, curious but not wanting to push the subject. Satisfied, he led us to the front of the library. If you want to take those books with you, I can check you out at the front. Okay. Still reflecting on what Fenrir had revealed to me, my mind flickered back to when he saved me, as I considered the true depth of Fenrir's actions. Not only did he save me, but he also put himself at risk of doing so. Why is his use of his powers so restricted? Who's keeping him in check? Central? I shook my head, feeling already overwhelmed by my own unanswered questions about Fae. This was not something I needed to dwell on, but I was certain about one thing. Thank you for everything. Silence was his only response as he continued to make his way to the front of the library. But when I looked closely, the tips of his ears were dappled in a familiar rosy hue. A small smile fell on my lips as we continued to weave through the maze of shelves in comfortable silence. Ah, I like Veneer so much. I like him so much. He's definitely probably my favorite out of the 4 right now. As I headed home, I realized I had some free time. I mean, last time, so the river definitely is Etsa. So I assume this is probably Kane, and this would probably be Drew's. So, let's go again. Flower time again. Come on, Veneer, let's go again.
Hello? Oh. I can come. Okay, see ya.
That's right. Again. Lush flowers adorned with the forest floor, a sea of color that extend to the horizon. Wait, is this a repeat? Hang on. I can skip it and it will skip anything I've already read before. Oh, really? It's the same thing? Should I have taken him to a different date location? No! The chill night air settled in, shadows cast by the town lights danced around me. The sun left, and with it, fear edged its way so easily back into my mind. I pulled my bag closer, closed my eyes, and slowly exhaled. Don't tell me I'm afraid of the dark now. But with all my recent nightly encounters, it wasn't hard to see why. Something moved in the shadows. But there was nothing there. I shook my head, trying to ignore the rising fear that was clouding my mind. A growing shadow, a figure, followed me. I turned again. Nothing. My heart pounded in my chest. Breathe. Again, I pulled my bag ever closer to me, as if it could shield me from the darkness. But I couldn't shake the idea that something, was following me. The hairs on my arms stood up. A familiar sinking feeling made its way into the pit of my stomach. I pulled my communicator out. I shook in my hands as I considered who to call. Maybe I should call... But before I could dial, I heard it. The low, velvety voice that haunted the dark corners of my mind.
Looking for me?
I don't like his voice. We're gonna get trafficked. Before me, emerging from the shadows themselves, was the stranger who had attacked me. My thoughts sounded distant, smothered by dread. My body trembled, flooded with fear. How was this happening again? But this time, I wouldn't let it end the same way. Latching onto something, anything that could snap me out of it, I summoned my voice, forcing myself to ask him the first question that came to mind. Are you Fae? Nice night tonight, isn't it? Are you Fae? My voice rang out clearly and without hesitation. Focus grabbed hold of my body as it did so.
Now, where did you learn that word, little one?
Little one. I stepped back, muscles tense, ready to bolt away at a moment's notice. I won't let him get close to me this time, I swear it. Their eyes wandered up and down and I thought they would pounce, move faster than me with those inhuman reflexes. But instead, he leaned back, throwing his hands up in surrender.
Relax. I won't harm you this time.
This time.
I've received feedback that my approach last time was a bit rough.
A bit rough? You basically manhandled me. They paused, brow raised in surprise before they chuckled, a deep, slow, nonchalant noise. Did I say that out loud?
All right. I apologize. I didn't know what to do at the time. I'm a bit new to this. I hope you'll forgive me.
They cocked their head, eyelids lowered, watching me like how a wolf might its prey. My stomach twisted into knots, and yet I ventured further. I wanted answers. Not going to answer my question?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say. Are you going to run away, now that I've refused to answer?
My blood pounded against my temples, making it hard to think, to focus. He chuckled again, amused by my silence.
I already told you. I won't go near you. If you want to run away, run away.
God, I like his design. Their words were like a challenge I couldn't back down from. I stayed, rooted to my spot. What are you at liberty to say, then? They grinned, satisfied, almost excited. Something dark and dangerous flashed in their eyes.
Not much, if I'm honest. What do you see when you look at me?
What is that supposed to mean? What does it mean, indeed? The gift of sight, something many believes holds a universal truth, when in fact this is hardly the case. Color, distance, clarity, all are perceived differently between individuals. This holds especially true for you, does it not? You, with the ability to see energy? Tell me, Kells, with a gift so extensive, how do you differentiate between what others see and what you are able to? Do you know how to? You do? Extraordinary. I'm curious. Would you indulge with me with a demonstration? What? The object of your affection, perhaps. Shut up! I like him. I jest. It is not for me to know. He's just the prettiest. Other than this evil guy. So when you wish to see the world with a new lens, what is your process? You press Q? Oh. I'm unaware of what that is. Perhaps it is something only you can access as the seer of energy. And to see the world as you do, what is your process? You press Q again. Fascinating. Not only do you possess the gift of refined sight, but you also possess the ability to turn it on and off as you see fit. I wonder, is this the answer the silver-haired one seeks?
What do you see when you look at me?
It has to do with energy. Wait. Realization hit, and I cursed myself at taking so long to notice. You have no energy. Yeah, I was hitting Q like crazy and nothing was happening.
So they were right about you.
They? Right about what?
That's all I can say. Sorry, little one.
The apology was an afterthought, ingenuine, but my mind raced past it, no time to reflect. They had no energy, just like the golden-haired stranger. Their lack of energy was no coincidence. This man was telling me to notice it. He knew he had no energy, because he was a being that existed outside the laws of our realm. He was a creature that defied logic. The word that had eluded me all day tugged at my mind, forcing my attention. Fae. There was nothing else it could be. This wasn't an involved overtaking. This was a Fae. So not only are they real, but I'm talking to one in the flesh. What do you want me? How can I help you? To what do I owe the pleasure? So a real Fae wants something from me. I'll be sassy. What an honor to speak with a real Fae. I baited them, testing my theory just to see how they would react. His eyes flashed dangerously. In amusement or anger, or both, I held back my smile as I watched his reaction, satisfied.
You know, many would consider it impolite to ask so many questions without answering any yourself.
And what exactly would you want to ask me? He paused, staring at me with an inscrutable expression.
Why are you a healer?
What? When people are in pain, they can be unpredictable. They lash out and hurt the people close to them. As a healer, I deal with that on a daily basis. It's not always easy, but if I didn't help them, those people who are suffering would be alone. I wouldn't want that. I wasn't sure if my response was what he was looking for. But it was the truth, and I didn't want to pretend like it wasn't. His amethyst eyes regarded me, glimmering with an emotion that was difficult to decipher. Interest? Disappointment? Satisfaction? Does that suffice as an answer?
It does. And now that I've answered your questions, I'd like to ask another one.
You didn't answer shit. What?
How do you decide who to heal?
I'd let my guard down. They're more talkative, but that doesn't mean they're going to relinquish these answers freely. I answered, vowing to be more careful after the harsh reminder that this man was not on my side. I don't. A simple response. Two could play at that game.
You're annoyed.
It was a statement, with no room for questions. now that I knew I could play the same card.
Come now. I was just playing earlier. Give me your true response, and now return the favor.
I don't like how you said that to me. Stop. His voice swirled around us, lingering in the air, toying with my mind, as if his words were caressing me, urging me to respond and give him what he wanted. I grit my teeth, struggled to fight back. I help whoever needs it. If someone asks me for help, I help them. It's as simple as that. So I don't decide who to heal, I heal everyone. My body relaxed upon answering, as if freed from the stranger's shadowy clutches. I glared, angry that they'd still gotten the answers they sought while I still had nothing. What was that just now? Did I seriously just waste another question?
I really shouldn't answer that. But since you've been so good tonight, I'll reward you. That was one of my powers.
One of my powers.
Though, if I'm being honest, you shouldn't have been able to sense it so easily. Your awareness of dragon energy must be quite thorough.
Dragon energy? That was one of their powers, but my ability to sense energy helped me?
I must say, this has been quite interesting. I have to thank you for entertaining me tonight. But I regret to say our time for tonight draws near. Until next time.
Wait! Night itself seemed to engulf them as their silhouette disappeared before me. My thoughts raced through the answers they had given me, the questions that remained. Where did he go? Out of the corner of my eye, the air seemed to shimmer. Whether it was a trick of the light, the moonlight, or something else, I didn't give myself to ponder. I've read about you at the library, about Fae. Nothing there matches anything about you. What? My lips parted, but the words I was searching for failed to reach my tongue. What are you? What are Fae? What do you want from me? A million questions raged through my mind, but I knew deep down I wouldn't be getting the answers to any of them.
The library?
Not knowledge. The library. Sharker, thank you for the hydrate. Let me take some sippies. I've been like forcing myself to hydrate because otherwise my voice will get all ouch. His voice whispered through the shadows.
I don't think you'll find much about me in that stuffy little place. If you want to know more about me, all you need to do is ask.
His deep voice purred into my ear, and something caressed the tips of my cheek. I whirled around, but where I'd early felt his presence, I was now met with nothing. I knew he was finally gone. A glimmer caught my eye. Small particles floated in the air like starlight, just like the other night. So that was from him as well. I sighed, bringing my hand to my temple. Turning towards home, I felt overwhelmed. My mind and body reeled from all the answers, or lack of, in these new mixed feelings towards the stranger. Did you control yourself this time, Kuna? Kunaya? Yes, and you were right. They responded much more positively this time than last time. I can't believe you manhandled them. Actually, I can believe it. Perhaps you've forgotten, Keelam, but it's dangerous for us to be seen. At the time, I didn't think I had a choice. Well, we're lucky they were willing to even give you a chance, given your previous behavior. Ahem. So did you end up learning anything this time, Kuna? Kuna? I need to hear them say that name. They will be willing to help us, I'm sure of it. And based on tonight, I think there's a way to convince them. Medina? Apologies, I never thought a day like this would arrive. Agreed, I was surprised myself. The court could use this, even if it's just for the sake of hope. Continue observing them until it's time. We must be careful, otherwise everything could backfire. Understood. Make sure you don't scare them off again. Be good. Tsk. Don't worry. You have nothing to worry about. Chapter 3. I paced through the halls in search of Etsa, finally ready to tell them everything after last night's ordeal. Where are they? They're not in their office or the library. I turned another corner. and they aren't answering their communicator. I sound needy. Oh, hey Kane. As I rounded yet another corner, it wasn't Etza I found, but a decent enough replacement. His hair shimmered, fiery in the light, and his eyes shone with the color of liquid honey. Dust floated in the air, dancing around him as he gazed into the clearing. For once, he was alone. No sign of the usual crowd that followed at his heels. The air around him was quiet, tranquil even. Can I help you with something? Or are you just here to enjoy the view? Should have known that wasn't going to last long. Well, I had a question. Here to ask how I get my hair so luscious, or perhaps my skin so soft. Maybe you'd like to ask me on a date. I kid. How can I help you, Kels? So, I filled Kane in on the reason behind my search. My encounters with the stranger, the seed my mother planted in my mind, the cryptic questions about my healing. I told him as much as I could and what I thought of it all. I was planning on telling Etza since they had offered to help before, but Kane stood beside me, silently absorbing everything. Are you alright? Alright as I can be, giving everything. Kane smiled, leaving the topic at that. I just don't know what to do. What if I run into one of them again? If protection is what you want, protection is what you'll get. Simple as that. I'd be devastated should anything happen to you. Their words were reassuring, and I certainly felt safer under their promise. And yet, similar to my conversation with Kimura, I couldn't bring myself to accept their offer. Just as there was a force that pushed me from the Fae, yelled at me to run, there was another in equal opposition that pulled me to them, beckoned for me. Against all reason, I wanted to know more about these Fae. Penny for your thoughts, dear Callus? Would you judge me if I said no? No to the protection. I nodded. Of course not. But may I know why? I can't help but want to learn more about them. There's so much I don't understand. Who are they? What are they capable of? Why my healing? I know it's dangerous and reckless, and it's natural to be drawn to mystery. His eyes were gentle, without a hint of judgment, just as he had promised. That being said, we can't have you appeasing into danger. Surely there must be a way to learn more about these beings without placing yourself so close to one. The silver-haired stranger's words whispered to me. If you want to know more about me, all you need to do is ask. Yeah, let's not do that. I'm sure a certain someone would be all too eager about that. I've already tried the library. My mind ran through everything I learned about the strangers. The lack of energy, the strange magic, the starlight. Wait, can I see his? Ooh. Oh, swirly. Swirly energy. The starlight. The golden-haired stranger had examined it. The silver-haired one had left it behind. That has to be my best bet. They're both connected to it. One of them has always left something behind. It's small, but it might give me some kind of lead. Perfect. I only ask that you bring someone with you, just in case. Not protection, just a friend. Bringing someone along would help, not just for safety, but also to have another set of eyes on it. Who did I want to bring? I want to bring Fanir, but Fanir's not allowed to use his powers. I do it anyways. Yeah, thanks, Kane. I'll be sure to do that. Sunlight streamed through the windows, bathing Fanir in a warm glow. His lips moved quietly as he read to himself. Oh, is he busy? Maybe I should... Can I help you? How did he notice me with his eyes down like that? Are you busy? I was wondering if you could help me. What is it? I want to look into something, but I was told to bring someone considering my bad luck lately. Thought maybe you could come. I'm gonna readjust real quick. My body screams at being in this chair. Ugh. I don't know about you guys, I'm starving. I don't know how long the common route is, because that's probably all I'm doing is the common route / like prologue. But I am so hungry. I don't know if that's a good idea. You know I'm not allowed to use my powers. Oh, thank you for the stretch. I'll pop the rest of me. Ugh, I popped all my joints. If protection is what you're looking for, it'd be better to ask someone else. Yeah, I know, Fanir. I just need someone to come with me, not protect me. And you were the first person I thought of. You could help with my investigation too, as the Hydra. But if you don't want to, Veneer visibly hesitated before letting out a reluctant sigh. If that's the case, it's fine. As Veneer gathered his belongings, I chewed on the inside of my cheek. I didn't pressure him, did I? Spiky. I feel bad now. It's fine. Let's go. This is where I encountered the silver-haired stranger. The sun was high in the sky, the area transformed from the darkness of the night before. Let's see. Will the starlight still be here? Or did it disappear already? There! See something? I absentmindedly hummed as I pursued the faint glimmer. This is their magic, isn't it? A soft luminescent sheen filled the air as I reached out. But I was met with nothing as my fingers swiped through empty air. What? With energy, I could feel a tug, a pull, a presence. But here, nothing. Last night, I know I felt something when this man cast his magic. So why are these particles so empty now? Actually, were these particles here when he used his magic? Come now, I was just playing earlier. Give me your true response and I'll return the favor. I couldn't remember. Perhaps these particles weren't their magic. Perhaps these particles were simply a product left behind by their presence, like the echoes of an afterimage. I tried to push back the disappointment rising in my throat. If these particles weren't their magic, what answers could I possibly find in them? What's wrong, Kels? Just frustrated. I laughed bitterly at the dead end. The stranger who attacked me leaves this light behind, and it's here, but I don't know what to make of it. I feel like the answer is staring at me, but I sighed, aggravated. This, I gestured towards the floating starlight, is what I thought could give me a lead, but it's not giving me any of the usual feedback I get from energy, and if I can't learn anything from it, if this is a dead end. Kels, I don't know what you're talking about. I know it's subtle, but if you just... Here, look. You see this shimmering in the air? The way the light bends and moves here? Veneer shifted his gaze, silently scrutinizing the area. The crease between his brow deepened. Nothing? His eyes peeked at me before sighing, frustrated. Maybe this will help. Move him into a better position. Let's point it out. I positioned myself behind Veneer. He stiffened slightly. My hand went to his shoulder, and at my touch, he relaxed. Here. With my eyes in line with his, I leaned in. The dry, crisp smell of paper and ink floated around me. I pointed to the small shimmers of light, my arms brushing against his shoulder. This actually might have been a better time to bring Etsa, since Etsa can feel energy. Do you see? Kels, I think only you can see it. What? The gift of sight, something many believe holds a universal truth, when in fact, this is hardly the case. So only I can see it? Like how I can see our energy. I wasn't sure what the significance of that was, or how everything tied together, but at least it was a start. You look happier. These strangers can use magic. It's different from our energy, and yet I can sense it, feel the magic when they're using it, see the remnants of it linger in the air. Are you saying you can see their magic because it both is and isn't energy? That's why you're being targeted? I'm not sure. Maybe it's related to my ability to see energy. Maybe that's why that stranger is targeting me. I don't have all the answers yet, but I know it's more than what I was working with before we came here. I'm not sure if I helped as much as you wanted, but I'm glad nothing happened. No, you still helped. Without you, I wouldn't have known this was something only I can see. Plus, I didn't get attacked, right? We can both be grateful for that. Agreed. Wait, slow down. You're telling me you think Fae exist. I don't think I know. Honey, I told you them as a joke. How long have you been looking into this? I know it's hard to believe, but for some reason I couldn't let it go. And today I found a clue. After last night, that silver-haired stranger left something behind. It was energy, and it wasn't... I don't know how to explain it, but I've never seen anything like it. So you think these strangers that you've been running into, they're Fae? From Grandma's silly little saying about mysteries of logic and fate, where nature's laws don't apply? Yes, Mom! While I didn't appreciate her tone, I couldn't blame her reaction. So then, what does this mean? Are you going to tell Central? Well, someone from Central already went with me. Really? Who? Veneer. Oh, getting close, are you? Mom. Just kidding. I want to learn more about Fae before telling everyone else. All I know is that they don't use energy, but what do we do with that? I still don't know what they're capable of, their motives, what Fae really even are. You know, there's this ritual Grandma had. To be honest, I don't know what it's supposed to do. It never really did anything. But since her teachings have gotten us this far, maybe it's worth a try? You don't know what it's meant to do. Doesn't that seem risky? I can't say I remember. Sorry, baby. But if you don't want to, we do it. We don't have to. But you're somewhat hung up on these Fae, so let's do it. I grimaced as etched lines weaved in and out before me, intertwining to create different symbols on the floor. It felt unnatural. Arcane. Wrong. Grandma taught you this? Creepy, right? That's an understatement. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. No, I want to. After all, the worst that can happen. Nothing will happen. Then I could forget all about this ritual. Remember, just say the word and we'll stop. Let's just get it over with. Her nod was short as she took my hand in hers. It was only then I realized my palms were sweating. The ritual is straightforward. I can do it as far as what Grandma did. Anything for me to do? Grandma always told me to think of Fae when she conducted the ritual, if that's what you want to do. Easy enough. They're always on my mind already. Mom laughed, but her voice was tight, and an edge of nervousness that betrayed her. Let's get to it then. She closed her eyes and I followed suit. My mind drifted to the Fae. The starlight arrived first, floating at the corners of my mind. It sharpened, shimmering as it danced in the sunlight. Sunlight that scattered into a gossamer veil, glistening and golden. Gold. The color of the mysterious stranger's hair, their eyes. Their visage sharpened, hair like the sun, eyes like liquid gold, clothes evergreen like the forest. Like the night we first met, starlight surrounded them. We didn't meet, we looked at them and ran away. The night we ran into each other. I stepped forward, reaching out to them. But a gust of wind pushed me back, rushed past me, nearly lifting me off my feet, just like the night we first met. The wind billowed against my clothes, blew sharply against the tops of my cheeks. Oh my gosh. I would have thought it was real, but the sound of Mom's voice not pulled me from my memories, or so I thought. Before us was the stranger I had so vividly envisioned. No longer was the dreamy embodiment of soft sunlight and warmth. Instead, smoke filled the room, burned my lungs. Sharp glowing ice pierced through me. What in the world?
What is the meaning of this?
Outrage flashed in their eyes before hostile recognition settled in. Kels, this has never happened.
You. Who are you?
It wasn't a question, it was a command. This wasn't a memory, this was real. Their presence loomed closer, only to be intercepted by my mom. Stay where you are, we mean no harm. They stilled, the muscles in their bodies tight with restraint.
I am not some animal to summon at your will.
It took everything in me to speak. Answer our questions first. Answer and we'll let you go. We mean no harm. We just want answers.
I am not obligated to provide answers. I owe you nothing.
Please, I'm at my wit's end.
Yo.
Dinner has been brought home. I consulted books, friends, and even that strange silver-haired man.
You've talked to the silver-haired man? Tell me more.
This is it, Kels. Ask carefully. I paused, remembering the silver-haired stranger's words. A question for a question. Only if you answer my questions. You're as brave as ever, I see. Their jaw grew taut, eyes narrowed. Don't let them intimidate you. You can do this. The other night when we met, you were investigating the starlight. What is that? It's always left behind by the silver-haired stranger. I tried investigating it, but I can't figure it out. I don't know what starlight you're talking about. What? Now you're lying to me. I don't lie. Their steady gaze met mine, and I glared at them. How would I get anywhere if this person was willing to blatantly lie to me?
What did they want from you?
Play nice, we've gotten this far. I'm not entirely sure what he wants. Like, he asked why I'm a healer and mentioned my ability to see energy. Do you know anything about that? Though it is something I cannot disclose to you. Can't disclose to me. kind of excuse is that? I stepped forward, fed up with this never-ending chase for information. Kels, calm down. You can't keep
Know
this
your
from me.
place. I do not owe you anything. I was summoned here unwillingly.
Well, I've been attacked unwillingly.
Enough.
Wind blasted us as the smoke thickened. Ah, Mom? Mom! I hurried to her, catching her just before she collapsed. When I looked up, my eyes were drawn to theirs, pulled by some invisible force. Slow, steady steps reverberated in the room, unfaltering. Amber smoke closed in on us. What did you do to her? They raised their hand. What are you? Oh yeah, they don't have energy. Warm energy enveloped my hand, warning them away. Don't come any closer. They paused, body completely still in that unnatural way that sends chills down my spine.
I will not hurt you.
A calm washed over my senses. It was their magic. Don't use your weird powers on me. I've had enough. What are you even... My vision blurred. My limbs went slack. As my consciousness faded, sturdy arms caught me, gently lowering me to the ground.
Are you?
Are you sure about this, Aisha? I'm certain. If that's the case, things may become problematic. I'm aware. What is your recommendation, Sinja? Sinja? Well, first is the matter of Kunaa. You're positive about their movements. Yes, there's traces of his presence in the town. He was also targeting a human, most likely for his own intents and purposes. What do you think, Sinja? I would advise monitoring the current situation closely. We can't allow matters to escalate, for everyone's sake. Agreed. The journey back won't be too draining, Aisha? No need to worry about me, Kisari. If you say so. And this human they're targeting, what do you know about them? I'm not sure. They are an enigma. They saw me in the town despite my concealment. Tonight, they summoned me with the rituals of old. What? But a human hasn't done that in... I am aware. What does this mean? I've been asking myself the same question. For now, we should monitor both, but Kuna remains our priority. Don't get distracted by the human, Aisha. I won't. You sure you're okay, Mom? Just a pounding headache, and my memories are fuzzy. What happened last night? I really don't remember. It's hazy. We summoned someone, had an entire conversation with them. It doesn't ring a bell. Seems not. What is that person's magic? Was that Fae magic? It's powerful enough to wipe people's memories? It's fine, Mom. Don't be too upset about it. Besides, it's not like they told us anything helpful. Still, the fact that we summoned them... We were never able to summon anything. No plants, no rocks, not even dirt. For us to have summoned a whole person... I grimaced, slowly feeling like I was getting in way over my head. Are you alright? Yeah, just a bit overwhelmed. One step at a time. We have all the time in the world to find answers. No need to rush anything. As long as you're safe, that's all that matters. Yeah, we'll figure this out. But we can't do it if you're constantly throwing yourself into danger. Alright. You've made your case, no need to nag. If you listen, I won't have to nag you. Are you sure? Someone's grumpy today. By the way, before you leave, take these. I never believed in them myself, but given everything of my help. She handed me a small bag of herbs. What is this game? This is, Alaris. It is a visual novel that just came out on the 17th. And it is about you being a healer with a special power to see energy. And you have been kind of thrown into the fry of things. They're meant to protect you. We're on chapter 3 right now. I shifted through the bag. Many of these I used for to heal my own patients. What? Many of these I used to heal my own patients. For doesn't need to be there. Many of these I used to heal my own patients. I've been getting a lot of that little chess piece. If it'll help you sleep at night. The recent incidents with the silver-haired stranger. So this is not a horror game. Not this one. I normally play a bunch of horror games. I do a lot of horror and like visual novels. So this one is visual novel, not horror, romance, I believe. Like fantasy, mystery, romance. The recent incidents with the silver-haired stranger. my investigation into the starlight, and now the fact I summoned someone into my house. Any concerns about not having enough evidence of Fae were out the window. I needed protection. If Fae were after me, that wasn't something I was going to take on alone. Kimura told me to let me know if I needed anything. But calling up the head of Central out of the blue, can I do that? Maybe Etza can help? They're kind of like my partner, right? Plus, they'd already offered their help at the riverbed. Please be in your office today, Etza. Oh. I forgot I had that on. Okay, so they have similar energies and color, but different things. His is all staticky, theirs is all like very much more like aura-ish. Thank goodness, Etza, you're here. Fenrir, you're here too? I was just leaving, don't worry. Well, wait, maybe it's better if you're here too? If he's the Hydra, he should know about the Fae's existence too. What is it? I have something to tell you, and it might sound crazy, but I'm asking you both to trust me. Of course. What did you want to say, Kells? Fenrir, you know that term I asked you about the other day? Fae? What about it? Well, the reason I asked you about them is because they're real. They're real. Yes, and I didn't know it at the time, but now I do. Last night we summoned one. I don't mean to interrupt, but Fae? They're fictional creatures, magical beings only found in most ancient of children's stories. Kells, I know it doesn't seem possible, but I summoned one last night. Please, you have to believe me. I don't not believe you. It's just hard to wrap my head around. Does this have to do with our investigation yesterday? Yes, I was trying to learn more about their magic. And I'm assuming these strangers that have been targeting you are Fae? Yes. For a while, I wasn't sure. I looked into it on my own because the idea seemed so ridiculous I didn't want to be judged if I was completely off the mark. But after experiencing their magic up close, the crawling shadows, the hypnotizing voice, the memory manipulation, it was nothing like our energy. Kimura offered me protection a while ago. I didn't accept at the time. My curiosity got the better of me. But now you'd like it. I nodded. Etza had a talent for understanding what was unsaid. Of course. Thank you for telling us, Kells. We'll inform Kimura today. If there's anything else you want us to know about the Fae, let me know. Yeah, we'll do. With their promise of protection, I finally felt something I hadn't felt in a while. Relief. As I headed home, oh, it's the free time thing. Okay, well, last time I tried to take him to the flower field again and it didn't work. So, let's cafe. Let's see if he wants to go to the cafe. Come on, Fenrir. Fenrir, do you need something?
No.
Fenrir mumbled incoherently into the phone. What? Fenrir? Broke his sounds with a sigh.
Are you doing anything right now?
Wait, before I could call him, he called me? Oh, no, I'm free. What's up?
Would you like to do something? Like, together?
Yes. What did you have in mind?
I can message you. I'll see you soon.
Yes. The smell of coffee, vanilla, and sugar hung in the air as I entered the cafe. I spotted Fenrir's familiar silhouette by the cafe's bookshelf and made my way to him. Sneak up and scare him? I'm gonna sneak up on him. With a smile, I put my evil mastermind plan into action and quietly approached him. Boo. Kells. I tried and failed to keep myself from smiling. My evil plan worked. Yes, our residential villain is terrorizing innocent citizens again. As I chuckled, I walked towards the bookshelf. I never given much thought to the books they had here. Is there a particular genre you like? Horror, slice of life, mystery, comedy. Books I normally read like slice of life. That's one of my favorites too. Really? I like how they usually have a slower pace. It makes you appreciate the world and the characters more. You might like Keyframes if you haven't read it already. Keyframes, a moment that defines the starting and ending point of a smooth transition. In the spring semester of their second year, a college student encounters such a moment. Oh yeah, I'm always looking for books to pick up. Thanks, Fenrir. It's my job after all. Should we order now? Yeah, sure. We headed to the counter together and placed our drink orders. After getting our drinks, we searched for some open seats. Oh, they have chess here. Oh, don't make me play chess. The last time I played chess was in Outlast Trials, and I lost so tremendously. A chessboard decorated one of the tables, with the pieces placed randomly across the board. Looks like they didn't finish their game. He wants to play. I'll take you on. Fenrir didn't immediately respond, but couldn't hide the sparkle in his eyes. Come on, let's play. A game could take hours. I don't want you to stay that long. How about we finish the game already on the board? The other people left behind? Why not? They don't want to take hours, but we can still play. Besides, doesn't finishing someone else's game make it more interesting? Alright. Which side do you want? Well, black, I guess. As I sat down, I realized this side was winning. Oh, they're about to lose. Nice piece of cake. Fenrir sat opposite of me, and thus began our battle of wits. You can go first. Alright, let's see. I don't even get to see the thing. Fine, we're gonna move the bishop. What now? Fenrir eyed the board before stealing my rook with his knight. Oh, what should I do now? I know, bro, the fact that I don't even get to see the thing. Let's move the pawn. I stole his bishop. Had to even the score after all. It was a good move. He moved his knight and I realized my king was in danger. This move might make or break the game. I moved the queen. He made a counter move. I did the same. We repeated this back and forth for 3 turns. It was clear this was it. It's a draw. Looks like it. The most unsatisfying outcome to a chess game. I'd rather lose in it and in a draw. Dang, I had the winning side too. Do you choose that side on purpose? It's a secret. We can have a formal rematch next time. No secret advantages or disadvantages, just a fresh board. You're going down next time. We'll see about that. We spent the rest of our time enjoying our drinks, but I was already looking forward to our next rematch. What? Where am I? A sharp pressure dug into my gut, and I realized with horror I was flung over someone's shoulder. How? What? Stay calm. Whoever this is, they haven't noticed I'm awake yet. I just need to wait until the moment's right, then catch them off guard. Now! They stepped, and with all of my weight, I heaved my body to the side. I landed on the force floor with a harsh thud. The pain at register was already running. I knew that voice. Even in my sleep, I could recognize it. And that's exactly why I ran. Dark branches reached for me, raked across my skin. Air came into my lungs in shorter bursts. My breathing grew shallow, my limbs lit on fire. The night shadow pulled into the forest floor from under me, and the world lurched before stopping suddenly. Strong arms held me, but they were by no means welcome. Let me go! You said you wouldn't hurt me, you lied!
As far as I'm aware, you're the one uninjured. Well, I'm the one sporting quite the bruise from you.
My blood burned at the sound of their voice. They were making jokes at a time like this? I thrashed in their arms, but their grip only tightened, restricting my movements.
I believe I mentioned it would be bad if anyone saw me. I'd appreciate if you could keep the noise to a minimum.
I'd appreciate if you kept the kidnapping to a minimum. Let me go.
I can't grant that request, little one. I apologize.
You attack me, steal me from my home, and you don't even have the decency to tell me what you want? I can help you. I help everyone. You're a coward. I help everyone. Why do you deal with me like this? The knight shielded their face.
I'm sorry, little one. I really am. Sometimes, when you are used to desperation, to rejection, it is difficult to ask for help, knowing how it ends.
Yeah. I'm hungry. I'm running out of time. I couldn't wait for your response.
I will do whatever it takes to help those who need it.
Is that so, Kuna? Another voice, this one from above. Kuna... I'm just gonna call him Kuna. Kuna tightened his grip on me.
You are bordering on dangerous sentiment if that is the case.
Aisha.
I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Considering you've been following me like a dog.
Let them go. You put many in danger with your actions.
That's rich coming from you. Unfortunately, I've made it this far. Can't turn back now. You understand, right? Let her go. I won't say it again. Silence thickened the tension in the air, and I could practically hear the smirk form on Kuna's lips.
Make me.
We moved, so fast as if the air collapsed in on us. The wind howled in my ears, whipped past my face as we twisted and turned through the forest canopy. Ah!
Can I ask you to quiet yourself, little one?
Go to hell. His low chuckle vibrated against me.
I'm afraid hell doesn't exist for beings like me.
Let them go.
My heart skipped at the familiar, much-needed voice. Drook?
We're coming. Hold on.
You have quite the horde of supporters, don't you?
Kuna quickened, weaving between the trees, the forest now a blur around us. The distance between us and everyone else grew wider and wider. No! Hot, searing energy flew past us. Kane! Another sharper magic cut through the air, splintering a tree near us and sending me from Kuna's arms. The feeling of nothingness lasted for a second. The absence of Kuna pressed against me, the absence of the wind rushing against my skin, the absence even of gravity's pull. That is, until gravity took hold of me, latched onto every inch of my body, and yanked me towards the forest floor. My screams pierced the night sky as wind and branches cut against my skin. Do something, anything! Oh, channel energy. Oof! Pain seared through my body. But it was nothing compared to how serious my injuries could have been. But thank God. I actually did it. I rose only to see... Oh man. Everyone. Whole crew's here.
We came as fast as we could.
Little one, please. I don't mean harm. I promise.
Aisha's gilded eyes waited in the darkness, their figure unmoving, hidden in the trees. As I stared at everyone around me, my eyes drifted to... Oh, this is where you get to pick what route you're gonna do? We already know I'm doing Fenrir. Central. Central. Kane, Drook, Fenrir, Etza. Each one of their stances was still rigid.
It's all right. We're here now.
And then chaos descended. Kuna dropped from the trees, edging towards me with inhuman speed. Before he could take a step, a powerful wind pushed him away. I darted towards Central. The sound of combat surrounded me. Etza and Fenrir were closer now. I was almost with them. Kels. Etza, Fenrir. We reached towards each other.
To your right! Look out!
What? Silver magic flew past, narrowly missing me. When I turned, Kuna was close, with arms outstretched and a triumphant smirk plastered across their face. What happened to Kane and Drew?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, so his is like the little green flames. Drew!
Etza, Fenrir, get out of here. We got this.
As if summoned by name, Etza and Fenrir arrived beside me, pulling me away.
Do you really think you'll get away after such blatant insults?
Kuna expertly parried Drook's attack, reaching, once again, relentlessly for me before an array of herbs were thrown in their face. What the heck is this? This is Alaris. It's a visual novel.
What?
Kane joined Drook. The two had resumed their attack, forcing Kuna back. The entire scene faded into the distance as I ran with Etza and Fenrir. Are Kane and Drook gonna be okay?
They'll join us soon. Our mission was to save you. Drook and Kane will not overstay their company with those two.
Etza says that, but Kuna seems so strong. If Kane and Drook end up hurt because
Kane and
of me...
Drook are two of our most elite drakes. Trust in their abilities.
Reassurance was clear in Etza's eyes. Fenrir calmly stared back, nodding once to agree with Etza. Going back to help them when I'm Kuna's target will only make things worse. I know that, but it doesn't make running away like this any easier.
After such success, I would have expected a more welcoming look on your face.
Kane, Drook,
There you go. That's the spirit.
you're okay.
We may not have had the chance to personally show off for you, but we are professionals. This is just another day in the life of a Drake.
Even then, when I'm the one who's responsible for putting you in danger.
Beyond it being our jobs, we wouldn't wish harm upon you. Of course, we are happy to keep you safe.
Your mom called. Told us you disappeared. Given everything that's been happening recently,
We weren't certain something bad happened, but we didn't want to take any chances.
We weren't certain something bad happened as all of them spawned.
Etza was able to detect you, and Fenrir knows the area well. From there, it was merely a game of hide and seek.
They were able to mobilize that quickly? Maybe it was because I'd never been in this kind of situation before, but I had no idea Central's capabilities extended this far. That level of teamwork and action was beyond impressive. Thank you, everyone. I don't know what to say.
no need to thank us. We're just glad you're safe.
A silence settled over us as the events of the night sank in. While they probably wouldn't admit it out loud, it was clear everyone was exhausted. I wasn't sure when or how it happened, but soon I found myself walking beside Fenrir. His gaze was lowered as he clutched his bag closely to his chest. That bag, he pulled something out from it during the battle earlier, right? What did you throw at Kuna
A
earlier?
bunch of herbs. I read in the library they can repel Fae. I wasn't sure if it was true, but I packed some just in case. I can't use my powers, so sometimes I have to get creative.
You did more research on Fae. He blushed. Is everything alright, Fenrir?
Are you alright?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Little sore from that fall, but that's it. His shoulders noticeably relaxed.
That's good. I'm glad it's nothing serious. Though I wish you weren't injured at all. Sorry we couldn't come sooner.
Believe me, Fenrir, I'm glad you came at
Of
all.
course we would come.
Fenrir focused on his bag and began sifting through it until he eventually pulled a small bundle of herbs
I have some
out.
lavender. I'm sure you're already familiar with it, but if you'd like to use it, you can have some. It's the least I can do.
Fenrir, I think you've done more than enough to help. He ignored me, arms already outstretched towards me, offering the lavender. Are you sure it's okay for me to use?
It's fine. Besides, I already took them out. You might as well use them. Unless you don't want them. That's fine then.
I'll take them. Thanks, Fenrir. He's trying to make us relax. My fingers brushed against his palm as I gathered the thin stems of lavender. As I imbued my energy with the lavender, the soreness in my muscles began to fade. So much better already. Thank you, Fenrir. Is he getting shy again? I leaned close, forcing him to look my way. He stiffened before turning slightly to me, our foreheads almost touching. Thank you, Fenrir. He stared at me from lowered lashes. We stood, frozen, our gaze fixed on one another, neither wanting the other to turn away. There's like 3 other people here. But he was the first to break, making a soft noise as he turned towards the
You're
path.
welcome.
Fenrir character route. Unfortunately, though, that is where we're gonna end it. Because I am starving. Yeah, Fenrir, New Moon. I am oh so hungry. Wait, there's a love option. So what is stats? Bravery, 30%. Wow. Okay, so yeah, brave. Brave as you may be, it seems your strength lies elsewhere. Charisma is 33%. Charming as you may be, it seems your strength lies elsewhere. Kindness, 7 points. Impressive, your kindness and compassion should be applauded, and I'm very wise. Impressive, your wisdom and thirst for knowledge should be applauded. So what is the love thing? Oh, this is everyone's, like, things. Okay. 81. So Aisha, a mild interest, but an interest nonetheless. Druk, there's an attraction, but this person seems unsure of his feelings for you. Crazy, because I've not talked to Druk at all. Etza, there's an attraction, but this person seems unsure of their feelings for you. Interesting, I've flirted with Etza, like, a lot. Fenrir, a deep connection. This person feels strongly for you. Will you pursue it? And then Kane and Kuna are also just both a mild interest. Interesting. But yes, that is where we're going to end it. I hope that you guys enjoyed Alaris. Once again, thank you so much for CrescenceStudio for providing me with a Steam key to cover the game here on stream. That was the entire common route that we just played. So if you guys are interested in playing the game at all, it is out officially. The full release came out on the 17th. So, and it is available on Steam, and I think itch.io. Don't take my word for that one, but I think. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was a fun little game. Visual novels always take a lot out of me just because it's so much reading and my throat starts hurting after a while. But like I said, I really enjoyed this. So I hope that you guys are having a wonderful time. And I will catch you guys later. I'll see you guys on Thursday when I play I don't know what. But yes, goodbye!